Hello, you're live. I am just going to share this. So welcome to the video. If you're watching the replay, let me know you've watched. Let me know below. I would love to know. And of course, feel free to comment, ask questions or anything, even if you're watching the replay. Let me know what you think. This topic is very close to my heart. This is the first part of a two-part video series. The next video is going to be tomorrow at 5:30 Pacific. And it's really on, so this one is kind of geared to women 50 plus, and it's on choosing you. So really saying it's my time and stepping into your personal power. And I'm going to talk about 7 personal powers that when you step into them, your life begins to go so much better and you really start directing your life in the way that you want, and that feels so much better for you. And it takes a lot of stress away. It takes a lot of stress away when you really begin to own your power and to stand strong in your power and to say, you know what, this is my time. This is my time. So I'm just going to share this video. I also have a Facebook group, Women Living Boldly 50 Plus. And that I'm going to just share. Hello, whoever's watching. Thank you for being here. I don't see my video yet, but so I'm just checking to make sure it works okay, that I'm on. Reload. And then I want to share it. Ah, yeah, there I am. Okay, good. Share into my group. Okay. Hey. Nice to have you here. Okay, so what we're talking about again is something close to my heart. It's about your time. I said fuck it, right? Like in the thing, because I was on a call with my coach and some people, and I'm like, fuck it. Like I just said it, right? It was like so clear. That's the words I like using when I've had it, when I want to make a change, and I'm like so tired of repeating patterns and doing the same thing. It's like, oh, no, it's ending now, right? It's my time. And so as women, and we're going to touch on this at first, because even saying that, right? Fuck it, it's my time, might put some people into like, oh my God, people are going to think I'm really selfish by saying that. People are going to think she's a bitch. What's up with her? Why is she claiming that? Why does she need her time? What's going on? You know? And that is kind of the way I've always had time for me. And I've always kind of decided that's how I wanted to live my life, is like being true to me, because I knew that being true to me was the best I could do for other people, right? Because if I wasn't happy, I was going to be resentful. I was not going to be good to other people. And I wasn't. I was the type of person that would, like, if I was angry, I would show anger. And that's, you know, I'm so much better now, as in I don't just react, right? I've done a lot of work. But so it's like, if I wasn't being true to me, like I was kind of like born knowing I need to be true to me so that I can be my best for others. And I also want other people to be their best. And I want them to have time for themselves too. And as a woman who was raised, as you guys know, in the 60s and 70s, if you're close to my age, we were not taught that. That was seen as kind of like wrong, daring to say you want to put yourself as a priority. Well, that wasn't even said ever. Right? That was never said. We were raised a certain way. And also people go, right? People think you say that you're just going to ignore everything else in your life. It's like black or white, right? This or that. And I want to encourage you to know it's this and that. And I'm also not talking about trying to do everything and be everything for everybody, right? Like we kind of went to women staying home and doing that and take care of the family, to then women working, and then working crazy trying to build their careers, and then plus doing everything still at home and wanting to be the superwoman because we felt guilty. We're like, I still got to do these things. They're still my kids. I got to make the appointments, take them to the appointments, take them to their sports games, be with them on the weekends, plan the family events, buy all the gifts, make all the dinners. I mean, that's crazy. And that's how most women my age or our age, over 50, brought up our children or were in family, right? We did everything. And now if you're like, oh, I'm just going to take time for me, it feels so weird saying, it's my time. I'm taking time for me. I'm putting myself as a priority. We're kind of like hush hush, right? It's like, okay, I'm putting myself as a priority. Yep, I am. And staying small. And so what I want to say is when you stand in that truth, when you're like, yes, I know that me being my best, how I will be my best with others. And I also want to encourage other women and my daughters or whoever to see that, yes, they get to have time for themselves, right? And so what I'm going to talk about today is 3 personal powers. And then tomorrow's other video at 5:30. Ooh, I'm going to go on my Facebook group and just let them know that. My other video is at 5:30 tomorrow, and I'm going to go into some more personal powers. And you will see how they're all linked. And when you have these ideas in your head, oh, right, I get to do this, I get to do that. You have like more structure on, oh, right, this is something that I get to step into, okay? And the 3 personal powers I'm talking about today are choice, the power of choice, the power of identity, and the power of boundaries, okay? And how you can easily begin to step into those powers now, right after this call. And also how you don't have to feel bad about it, right? Like it's being like, oh my God, this is the best thing for me to do. This is the best thing for me to do for others too, for my husband, for my kids, for my whatever, for work. This is the best thing. Like I said, when you have time for you, when you feel good, when you're coming from a nice, calmer nervous system, from more joy in your life, when you're experiencing more joy in your life, you're happier, you have more energy, you want to do more for others, you don't procrastinate, you just do things because you're just in this, joy-filled, energetic space. That's where you want to kind of get to, right? So the 3 powers, power of choice, identity, and power of boundaries, and how they're so intertwined is what we're going to talk about. But first, what I want to just go into real quick are 3 things, I guess, that what holds us back, some women back, is people pleasing. Because we grew up told we need to please others. We need to please others. We need to do for others, and we need to please others, and we need to do a lot. Then we're seen as good girls, good wife, good mother, right? All of those things. So we end up in this people pleasing and put ourselves last, because that's what we're kind of taught, right? Oh, you don't take time for you right now. You have things to do. You got to do this. You got to do that. You got to do that. Then if you have time later, then you can do something for yourself, right? That's the conditioning and the programming. So we were raised with that conditioning and it's hardwired, man. It is in there. So it makes us feel so guilty when we try to get out of it. And then again, when you kind of identify as the good person, right? I want to be a good person. I want people to like me. I don't want people to judge me harshly. And I used to think I didn't mind people judging me, but I kind of do. I just react differently to it. I say, screw you, get out of my life if you're going to judge me. That's what I say, kind of, right? I just move away from that person. But that's not really good either. But so we're kind of worried, right? Being a good person is like, the more you can get done in a day, for me, that's a good person. Like, that's the way I was raised. You can get all that done in one day. Oh my God, you're such a good person. You're amazing. You're productive. You can do all that. You're smart. Oh my God, you're so good at getting all those things done, right? Even though that didn't give me time for me or to even do anything that brought me joy. We're so busy doing these to-dos, things we have to do. And when your mind is going, I have to do this, I have to do that, I should be doing this, I should be doing that. The guilt. And you might be hearing your mother's voice or your father's voice in the background, right? Don't just sit down and read a book. Don't sit down. What is journaling anyways? What are you doing? You're doing nothing. You're being lazy. You're wasting time. You're not getting anything done. What are you doing sitting there journaling? How is that helping you, right? There was no concept of personal growth or working on ourselves as we were getting raised, right? So just know that that's the way things were. But we get to let that go. We get to let that go. Hey, Kate. Yes, that's totally fine. So the 3 personal powers, another thing I want to say is women can get into control. If you've been a mother, you might be doing this. Even a wife, because that was what I used to do with my ex. Oh, he won't do it right. I got to do it. The kids will never do it, so I have to do it. No one does it if I don't do it. Or no one does it as good as I do it. So I'll just have to redo it. So I might as well just do it in the first place. Right? I was kind of a control. I still am kind of a little. But that will keep you in the frustration, the resentment, because I have to do everything. No one can do it right. No one's going to do it if I don't do it. So you feel you have to do for others all the time. You have to you feel like the world's going to kind of like fall apart if you don't do it, right? So that's another thing that's holding you back. And the only person who is really in charge of that is you. And we're going to talk about that in the next 2 days. So the power of choice. The power of choice is one of the best things you can get into, the best concept, I believe. And when I work with my clients, they're like, oh my God, this helps so much. This makes such a difference. So instead of, right, it's like, oh my God, I have to do this. I freaking don't want to do this. I have to. What we want the power of choice to come in is knowing that all your choices in life, all your decisions, your actions led you to whatever life you're experiencing now. Led you to the person you're being now and who you are even with, let's say a husband or spouse, right? So then it's like, if you're upset with that situation and that situation is totally not good, then just realizing I made those choices. So now I get to choose something different. So even if it's like, I have to do this today, I always have to do all these things, right? If that's true, then if it's like, okay, let's say it's a job. In the past, you led yourself to take that job. Whatever reason there was for you taking the job, you decided that was the best action for you to do, or you thought you needed to do it, right? Back then when you were being run by, oh my God, I have to, I don't believe that I can get anything else, like the lack kind of mentality. But now you get to kind of say, okay, I did make that choice to have this job. So I am so powerful. I can choose to stay in the job and choose to find ways to change my perception, feel better about it. Because what's the point of staying in it and going in every day and hating it and hating myself and hating everybody there? Negative energy gets you nowhere further, gets you nowhere, right? So it's like, okay, I can choose to look for another job on the side. I can choose to start a part-time business on my own. I can choose. So you just own your power. See that, oh my God, I have the power, no one else. It's me. I get to choose whether I stay long-term until I retire, whatever. Whether I say, okay, this job is good right now because it's paying the bills, but I'm going to choose to do something, maybe something that brings me joy when I'm not at work. I'm going to do this job for money, and then I'm going to, oh my God, I'm going to live such an amazing life outside of it. So I'm going to start to do more things every day that bring me joy. I'm going to, all of these things, right? Things to look forward to, set things to look forward to, try new things, find a group that's doing what you really want to do, things like that, right? You have a choice. Or you choose to change your opinion about the job, about the work, all of those things. So there's always a choice. There's always a choice. So the power of choice shows you, oh my God, there is always choices. And I'm the one making the choices. And when you get that, oh, I'm the one making the choices. Then you build your power. You feel more powerful instead of, there's nothing I can do about this. I have to stay in this job till the day I die. I don't like it there. I guess I have to work with people, things like that, right? It's like, you're choosing it. Because also we can think of if someone says, because there's no good jobs out there, because, oh my God, that's your belief. You're choosing to stay in old beliefs. You're choosing to stay in old behaviors, and you're choosing to stay in old thought patterns, and you're choosing to say the same things every single day. So you're choosing to stay in the situation where you could today, even right now, say, I'm choosing something different. Even if you don't know what it is yet, I am choosing something different for myself. I am choosing a different future than I used to see for myself. I am choosing to be more powerful and make more powerful decisions. I am choosing to take more time for me. I am choosing to do more things that bring me joy. I'm choosing that tomorrow I'm going to eat healthier. I am choosing health. I am choosing love. I am choosing happiness today. I am choosing to take a walk and enjoy the sun and look at all the abundance around me, right? The power of choice is one of the most important things you could start doing. Hey, Michelle, that's great. Thank you. Amen. Is one of the most important things you could start doing for yourself. And it feels so good. And you don't have to make any outward changes before you start feeling and owning your power, right? And then the power of identity is kind of a tricky one. I'm just looking at my computer here. Because the power of identity determines everything in your life. So that would mean the power of identity is like, I'm just the type of person who, right? I'm just the type of person who. I'm just the type of person who eats when I'm stressed. I'm just the type of person who doesn't go to the gym. I'm just the type of person who has always been heavy. I'm just the type of person who can never lose weight. I'm just the type of person who's bad at math. I'm just the type of person who doesn't like crowds, right? We tell ourselves what we're like and we stay in that. The longer we tell ourselves what we're like, we stay in it. When we build stories around it. I can't do that because I'm this type of person. I can't do that because I'm this type of a person, right? So we stay really closed off to a lot of things. And so so just think about this. If your identity is, I try to lose weight, but it never works, ever works. Do you think your choice is going to be healthy food all the time? No. Because your identity is, no matter what I eat, I'm going to gain weight anyway. So what's the point of eating healthy food? Then your choices are going to be, I eat whatever I want because nothing makes a difference anyways, right? So when you hold a certain identity, you make choices in that identity. So if you don't start changing that, your choices are going to be with that. So, if you think when you're stressed, you drink or you eat bad foods, right? So then you come home from a day, you're like, I'm stressed. Because I'm stressed, I'm that type of person who just eats shit. So I'm going to eat shit tonight. I'm going to go get some ice cream. I'm going to go get a bottle of wine because I'm stressed. And apparently, when I get stressed, I eat. And that's just what I do. That's who I am, right? So we make decisions based on who we think we are. So our power of choice is taken away because you're not even focused on it. Right? So when you become more aware, like, oh, I have the power to change this. I may have acted like this in the past. And I have done this. I did it this morning. Something triggered me. And it was like, I started reacting the way I used to always act. And I was like, oh, no, I'm not doing that. No. And I did a video last night or the night before on patterns, changing patterns, on about this. And it's like, no, I'm not going to choose those same thoughts. I'm not going to choose those same feelings. I'm not going to choose those same actions. And so it's like you feel what you need to feel because feelings are okay. They're meant to move through you. So if you're mad at someone or whatever, you feel it. Oh my goodness, man, I'm so upset about that situation. Whoo, I'm feeling so much anger right now. Boy, I'm feeling so much anger right now. Wow. You need to feel it, release it, whatever. You need to acknowledge it, right? But you don't want to stay in it and blame everything for it. I'm the one experiencing that. I'm experiencing this emotion. So I need to deal with it, right? You need to deal with it, right? But it doesn't mean cover it up. It means I get to feel it and honor it and go, oh, wow, I see why I'm angry. Yeah, I see that. I understand that. Yeah, I'm angry about that. I don't like this. But then to get your power, right? what am I going to choose now? How am I going to choose to react now? How am I going to choose to respond now? What am I going to choose to say now? And it's hard when you're, let's say if you're in anger or things like that, right? But this is a practice. It's just about being aware. Like, oh, I feel myself going into that again. But I have a power of choice. I have a choice. I can choose to be different and do different. I can choose it. And the other day or whatever, I was caught in being like frustrated and kind of mad. And it felt good because it gave me this feeling of aliveness, right? Like, oh, I'm passionate again because I'm angry and I'm passionate. And then I'm like, what if you just let it go? And I was like, no, I can't let that go. No. And then it was like, well, what are you going to do? Stay in it? Like, how ridiculous. You know, and I'm like, okay, the little me, the little girl wants to hold on to that and continue to fight. But the adult me now, like, really? Is like, I can't be bothered putting a whole bunch of energy into that. And that's not who I am anymore. The little girl used to get mad about that. I'm okay, right? So we got to realize so much is coming from our trauma when we were young, right? We don't need to overreact that way or to respond those same ways anymore. So that's identity. So the power of choice and the power of identity. And there is a lot of info on identities, like about finding out what your identities are and then how to overcome them, right? That's a lot what I do with my clients too, because identity is like the number one thing. When I helped women lose weight, eat really healthy, and then also balance their body naturally through menopause and stuff, so much. It was like, you can tell them what to eat, have all the equipment, have all the recipes, have all the healthy foods. But if there's a reason you're not sticking with it, you're sabotaging, you're not doing it. Same with when I was a personal trainer, right? I could show them the exercises, what to do. But if you're not doing it, if you're avoiding it, if you're procrastinating, if you're sabotaging, if you're whatever, it's all inner stuff that's going on, right? So that's why so much of these, it's learning about how you react and respond to things and what it's for, and then stepping into these powers and realizing you have these powers. So the third power I'm talking about today is boundaries. And this may sound like, oh, this is lame. Everybody knows this. This is so stupid. But I mean, we got to really, some boundaries from ourselves too. When we really look at this, right? So your identity also determines your boundaries. If you believe I'm a people person, they're going to judge me and I want to be seen as a good person. Like, I'm a good person. So being a good person to me, whatever you means, I can't say no. Being a good person means I got to do for others first. Being a good person means, of course, I'm going to do my kids' laundry and make all their meals, even if they're 26, you know, whatever, right? Your identity determines your boundaries that you have, right? And then it's like, oh my God, why does everybody want everything from me? Why am I doing something for everybody else, but not for me? Well, because you set it up that way, right? How you thought about yourself made you make those decisions and take those actions and say those things. And that's why where you are now. But you can change it, right? And loving boundaries. I love when boundaries, it's like, wow, you know what? This is how you just talk to people. Oh, I would love to do that. But you know what? I'm taking time for me now. I've decided, you know what? I want to do more things that bring me joy. And I want to go walking every day by yourself. I mean, I don't mind people walking with friends. But when you walk with a friend, my God, it's just replaying shit over and over again, right? It's never really inspirational. But if you want to walk with a friend and talk about all the wonderful things you're envisioning for your life, that's a positive thing. But, you know, like we tend to say, I can't do those things. I can't say no because I'm this. Like, that would mean, if I say no to that person, that would mean, we think, right? That would mean I'm a bad person. Again, identity. I'm a bad person if I say no. I'm a bad person if I do that. Thanks for the like. So we really need to take a look at ourselves and go, oh yeah, I'm the one who allows people to walk all over me. I'm the one who allows everybody to come to me. And I'm the one who puts myself last. No one else. They may tell you they need you right now all the time, but you're interpreting it as, oh my God, like they just need me nonstop. And like they don't let me have time for me. If you're saying that they don't let me have time for me, no one's going to let you. No one's going to walk up and go, you know what? You get 2 hours to you today. Yeah. You just get 2 hours to do whatever you want with yourself today. So have fun. I mean, fair, unless your birthday or anniversary, right? It just doesn't happen. You are the one that stands up and is like, you know what? You guys go do this. I'm going to do this for me. And I'm really looking forward to it. And it doesn't mean I'm going to do this all the time. I love being with you guys. I so love being with you. But right now, I would just really love to be by myself and do this. So I hope you have amazing time, have fun, and go do what you want to do. And don't worry about me. I'm enjoying myself. That's a loving boundary. And when sometimes we have people who demand a lot from us. And so they're used to you coming to the rescue and doing things. So when you start to say no, they get really angry. They get really angry and they will blame you and shame you. That's when it's a little tricky. But that's when you don't overreact. You look at them and go, wow, I'm sorry you feel that way. I'm sorry you feel that way. You all obviously feel hurt because I don't want to do that for you. That's not what I mean. I get to do a few things for myself too. And I've decided that I'm going to do that. So if you're mad at me, I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do about it. You know, you could go into, I'm usually always there for you. It's just now I need to take time for me. I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling like I need to take time for me. I'm really desiring taking time for me. And you should take time for yourself too. I hope you take a wonderful time for yourself. I hope you do some, and they'll start telling why they can't. Right? Because to them, they don't believe it's possible. So then, you got to just let them go. Okay, well, I hope you one day find that you can. Right? There's so many ways we can say no. That's because you're a good person. If you're the type of person who does a lot for you are a wonderful person. Don't worry about, oh my God, I'm now a bitch, because you don't just turn into one overnight. It's not like, oh my God, she said no. Well, she's a bitch now. Yep. No one's going to like her now. No one's going to want to be her friend. She's a bitch. Right. That doesn't just happen. So it's like, wow, I get to stand in this powerful presence of me knowing, oh my God, I get to do this for me now. And I'm excited about it. And I'm excited to live a life that feels better for me. And I'm excited to do more things that bring me joy. And other people are going to notice that. And then other people are going to start doing it for them. And that's what's going to make it so wonderful, is because that will spread. Guarantee you 100% it will spread. Every time I worked in offices for years, right? And I've always been into healthy eating because I had health issues and I can't eat preservatives and I can't eat gluten now. And it's a whole thing, So I've always had to bring my own foods, my own meals and all of that to work. And no matter men or women who were putting down what I ate or making fun of me in a joking way, right? Oh, look what you got to eat. Oh, our food's not good enough. Oh, she can't have pizza today because she's like this, right? I would just laugh and smile. And I would have all my little food laid out, my little containers, and it would always look amazing. And after a while, seriously, I'm not even kidding, they would all start eating healthier without me saying a thing. And sometimes they would come to me on their own and go, what do you put in that thing? That looks really good. Like, how did you make that? Do you have the recipe for that? Like, how can I do that? Always, always, always. And same with every guy I've ever dated and every guy I've ever been with. They have always ended up eating healthier. Always. Because they know that it's better for them. So when you start owning your power, when you start being more joyful, when you start being happier and more rested and more relaxed and more like, yeah, I'm doing this for me. positive and feeling good, right? People go, I want that. Oh my God, I want to do that too. Right? And you will spread it. It will spread. And that's what we need more of. I believe that we need more women being okay with those things and saying, oh my God, yeah, of course we should do that. Yes, you should take time for yourself. Yes, you should be a priority. And that it's not all or nothing. It's, I get to do this and I do this for others. And I'm going to be doing a 7-day morning ritual practice experience starting Saturday, this Saturday. And it runs for 7 days. Every day you get an email with a link to a short video on Facebook or YouTube. I do them the day before. That gives you information about like a little morning practice, and you can try it. And then I give you one every day. And then you can choose which ones you like. Like, oh, I love this one. I'm going to do this one every day for a while. But it gives you an experience. And just to show you, even if you only have 10 minutes a day, because the videos are 10 minutes or less. So you wake up 10 minutes earlier in the morning. That's it. That's all you have to do. 10 minutes early in the morning, or you can wake up longer, right? Do more things in the morning to have your time. You know what? I never used to like mornings. Now is my favorite time of the day. Because I wake up in the morning and I do stuff for me. Every morning. And that means I make no commitments until that's done. Right? And so you're just like deciding, no, that's my time. Because if we wait till the end of the day, there's not going to be any of your time. I mean, maybe there will, but you know what I mean. Like, have morning practice. Every successful person, every successful person has a morning practice. Tony Robbins calls it his power hour. There's something called the miracle morning. So lots of these go 60 minutes. You don't have to go 60 minutes. You just got to start. Mine is for sure 60 minutes or an hour and a half. You just got to start, right? But if you are someone who gets up early and goes to work right away and all that, 10 minutes, just give me 10 minutes. Start with that, and I can guarantee you, you will love it. And I bet as time goes on, you'll be able to like do a little more, because you'll see, oh my God, I love this so much. I'm going to wake up even a little bit earlier, and then I can have a little bit longer time. Right? And if you are kind of retired or only work part-time, you get on these morning practices, because this is time for you to go, like, connect to your intuition, time to hear your soul talk to you, time to relax your nervous system, start your day with positive thoughts, positive intentions, things like that. Instead of going into your to-do list, stress, oh my God, instead of planning the day is going to be crappy, right? Like some people wake up and go, oh my God, today's going to be so shitty. I got so much to do. It's just going to be one of those days. It's going to be one of those days. Maybe everything's just going to go wrong. It's great, right? Oh my God. Well, then you're just going to create it. And why would you choose to? I feel like saying to them, why are you choosing to have a shitty day? That doesn't even make sense to me. That makes no sense now. I choose for miracles to happen. I'm like, thank you for this amazing day. You know, before I even wake up in the morning, I have my hand on my heart, laying in bed, and I'm like, thank you for this amazing day. Oh, I'm so grateful for all the wonderful things in my life. Even if it doesn't feel like that exactly, right? It's still, really, we have a roof over our head, for God's sakes. I have a car to drive. Like, compared to, I would not want to be homeless. I would not last 3 days as a homeless person. Like, never in a million years. So every day I'm just like freaking grateful. I'm not sleeping out there in the cold or the rain, right? It's like, oh my God, I'm so lucky. I'm so blessed. That's how you want to start your day, because you're in that frequency, that vibe, that energy. That's, for one, people love it. It's contagious. They love being around you. It also spreads to other people. And it makes you feel better, right? I love that, Michelle. Yes, attitude of gratitude. It makes you feel better, right? So there's that power of choice. And some days we don't feel like that. Today, I woke up with really weird energy, like weird, beyond weird. And I've been working on it all day, like noticing, oh my goodness, I'm just feeling weird. Okay, this could be the energy of the Schumann resonance, the world, the universe, whatever. Weird energy. Okay, but it's not me. It's okay. Ooh, I feel weird. I feel anxious. I feel like something's wrong. I feel like, oh, you know, and that's okay. But we don't want to get caught up in a story. It's just like, wow, I'm experiencing this really odd feeling. Wow, that's really weird. And then I'm like, you know, going into, oh, the trees are so green. It's so beautiful. Like I'm focusing on things that are beautiful around me. I'm focusing on things that I'm grateful for. Just because it's like, I don't want to, if I focus on the bad, you know, not feeling whatever, then you just go down you go down a worse path. So it's like, how can I, if nothing's serious wrong, right? You know, like nothing's really wrong. Why do I feel like this? Then it's like, okay, I'm going to just release this, let it go. I'm just going to breathe, move some energy, go for a walk in nature, which I'm going to do right after this video. Right? Go into the sunshine, look up at the sun, close your eyes, feel the sun on your body. Take some deep breaths. So it's taking time for you also can mean just taking time to connect, to feel your body, to not think, as in not worry, not go into fear or doubt, not go into all the things you have to do. Take 5 minutes. And 5 minutes, oh my God, we can scroll for half an hour, right? So set your timer for 5 minutes on your phone and just sit, you know, with your eyes closed, hands on your heart, and just take some deep breaths and just count your breath or say the word love over and over again, or just say, oh my God, I'm so grateful for my life. So grateful for my life. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And another thing you can do is ask God, Source, Universe for help with whatever you're feeling, right? I'm not sure why I'm feeling all this. That's what I did today. I'm like, I'm not sure why I'm feeling this weird energy. It's not, I'm feeling something so weird. Please help me move this energy. Please help me release this energy. Okay, because I'm choosing to feel better. I'm choosing to be in gratitude, right? Like that's kind of, and again, I choose. I choose is such a powerful statement. I now choose to. I'm now choosing. So the power of choice is one of the most powerful things you could work on. And you can start now. All right, right now. Okay, so tomorrow the video is at 5:30 p.m. Pacific. 8:30 Eastern, because I have a farmer's market thing to go to. And we're going to touch on four more personal powers. And you're going to see, wow, what a huge difference that makes in your life. So I hope you join me tomorrow. I hope you like this. If you feel like sharing this video, I'd love that. I will also be posting it up on YouTube, Diana Marchand. And it's in Women Living Boldly 50 Plus. But yeah. I hope you're here tomorrow. And thank you so much for being live. Thank you, Michelle. And thank you for those watching the replay. All right. This has been fantastic. And have a great evening. All right. Bye.